Reverend Rob Lee. Bold, smart, and straight to the point. This is Tarot with an Attitude.
I know. I love my little jingle. I love my little jingle. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Tarot with an Attitude. I am your host, the Reverend Rob Lee and Bangarang. And tonight, I've got the wonderful Cassidy Munoz with me here. Hey, Cassidy, what's up?
What's up, Rob? I love that entrance. That's freaking awesome, man.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
we were
you.
both dancing.
We've already got people piling in here. I know I was late. We'll find out what's going on. So, Leangie Lee, hi. Hi, all. Looking forward to spending time with the Rev and Chastity tonight. Absolutely.
Right.
Miss Donna, love you. Thank you. Glad you are here. And Erica, hey back. What's happening?
Hi.
Bangarang. All right. So tonight we're going to do something a little different. And I thought this would be a good time to have Chastity on.
Okay.
And Chastity, with her addiction, you're going to find out. I'm going to use her word. She's an open book.
That's right. You
so
say
if
whatever.
you have questions,
Yeah.
if you're dealing with somebody that is going through an addiction, if you're going through an addiction, lie about it and say it's somebody else that you're asking for. It's okay. No questions asked. Okay. We're going to ask this because I believe in my heart, and from years of doing addictions counseling and whatnot, we are just today, and as a fact, a lot of times enters a very dark season for people that are dealing with an addiction. And it's when things seem to come out, the energy, all kinds of stuff. But that's what we're going to talk about. But two, got a question you need reading? Let me know. I got my cards right here, and we are going to get this thing going. Hey, Miss Deborah, glad to see you. The Bangarang tribe is forming.
Bangarang.
Okay, on a Saturday night. Let's see what's going on. All right, so Cassidy,
what you got?
Again, I think, am I wrong in talking about this time of year being a hard time for people who are dealing with addictions?
No, you are right. I was actually just talking to a friend of mine, I was like, it just, this time of year is such a drag. I don't know if it's the time change, right? I don't know if it's just an interesting time for me to kind of talk about that right now, though. Right?
Okay, well,
right. I mean, no,
I'm here for you too. So if you want to
talk,
no,
absolutely. I'm just saying because it's just been interesting battling with life challenges and just being aware of addiction. I've never had that awareness about it before, right? So it has been interesting observing it all. So
absolutely,
but definitely, yes, this is definitely a time of year where it can get really challenging. Very challenging. Right. Yeah. Because I think just, for me, I like to get out, and the sun is very healing for me. So getting out, just being outside, just being anything outside, that's very helpful. And when the sun starts going down at 5 o'clock, bleh, that sucks. So.
Sunset here, I'm in the Northeast now. And
You're
I was
Florida,
laughing
right?
the other day, me being an old Florida boy,
right?
Third or fourth generation Floridian, and my kids were here. My son was here for the weekend. And, it was really cool. It was really cool. Flew him up, and we had a good time. It was good to see him. But at the same point, the sun starts setting here, okay? And it's going to be earlier and earlier and earlier until the solstice. I think we had sunset today at 4:09.
Oh, my.
Yes.
Wow.
And it still doesn't come up till right around 6. So it's a short day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I laugh.
What part of Florida are you in?
I'm in New Hampshire.
Oh, you're in what? Wait, what?
Yeah, I moved.
Oh, okay.
I left Florida, moved to New Hampshire last year. I got tired of all those hurricanes
and
the heat and everything else. But, so we said, screw it. Let's come up here. This is where Gillian grew up. Okay.
Yeah.
And so she brought me up here to visit the history, the cold. Like today, it was, I think it's going down to 23 tonight or something. So getting outside here while it was beautiful out. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
30 degrees, 30 degrees.
That's crazy cold
So
for
you
me.
can't just go out and soak up the
No.
sun unless you run out, go,
Yeah.
and run back in, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. But
Yeah.
I told somebody, they're like, how far north did you move? I said, you have to understand, I have to drive an hour south to get
Mhm.
to Boston. So whenever you're saying I got to go south to get to Boston, you know, you're up there. We're up here. Okay.
Okay.
We
Yeah.
are up here.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so the sun plays a part. You know, another thing is everybody keeps talking about, and one of the things I had a lot of my people tell me, especially if this was your first year through the holiday season, you know, sober, okay,
Mhm.
was it was hard.
Yeah.
You know, all your party life, your ideals about partying, as you well know,
Mhm.
have to change.
Yeah.
And that is some of what, like, no, I can't have a drink. You know, no, I can't do this, that, or the other. And it gets very hard.
So I'm glad you brought that up because
Yeah,
that's interesting, right? Because since my awakening, I haven't really mingled with people. Like being here where I'm at, this is the first time that I've been like around. I mean, okay, I know I keep saying, but I've been to a couple of conferences, but that's about it. Like I haven't really, I mean, there's been places like here and there that I've mingled with. So actually, I'm literally in the middle of experiencing that, if that makes sense. If that I've been so isolated that I haven't gotten out and experienced whether or not, like, does that make sense?
no, absolutely. Because again, a couple of things in my studies and in reading and talking to people
Yeah.
about this and everything, you know, sometimes we tell people, you know, how many times you heard me say in readings, sometimes you got to let people go so
Yeah,
you can walk alone for a while
that's right.
to rebuild those defenses.
That's
To
right.
be Because I know addicts a lot of time have a hard time saying no,
Mhm,
not
yeah,
just to a substance,
yeah,
but to a behavior or helping people out. And then that adds the stress back on. Oh, I got to help my mom. I got to help this. And when you finally start telling family no,
yeah,
okay, it's a struggle. It's heavy. And that you've also trying to now do some heavy lifting in your personal and spiritual life without the crutch you had before to help you.
right.
And that, damn, that, no, it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Total sense. Thank you, Miss Deborah. That's awesome.
Good to see you, Deborah. This is so beautiful. I remember a lot of these names too, just back from Rob, whenever I used to follow you at the very beginning of all of this, when you were
The
putting on the
tribe is
cruise and
coming back.
everything. I love
And
it.
we're
Bangarang.
starting back again, getting people. I've got a young lady from New Zealand. I've got 2 or 3 people
Oh,
watching from the UK again, different things like
very
that. So from all
cool.
over the country, actually in the United States, California is one of my bigger states that are following me. So yeah, a lot of the Bangarang tribe is back, you
Heck
know,
yeah. I
and it's
love that.
growing. It's growing, growing, growing. So I'm glad you're a part of it. You
Me
will
too.
always be a
Yeah,
member of the Bangarang tribe. So let
always.
me ask you this. All
Please.
right.
I invite it.
Because you just changed
Yeah.
locations and you know, folks, I'm not going to embarrass her. She and I talked a little bit about what, you know,
So
and
no, so
like ask
listen,
me
you can
anything.
ask me. I'm an open book. You can ask me and we'll tell everybody in the chat. And I think like Donna knows for sure, like I don't mind you. Anything you ask me, I'm in a very interesting time in my journey. But it's beautiful though. But what is it, Rob? Because nothing's gonna, it's all good, dude. So we're good.
Yeah, exactly. No, because you're kind of going through a double whammy. You're starting through the holiday season,
Yeah,
okay?
yeah,
And at the same time, we were going to do this earlier in the week,
yeah.
but you had to do something. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Well, so yeah, so it's been tomorrow will be 1 week that I've separated myself from a very, where I was streaming at before, where I was kind of just building my own platform and creating my own. I was actually caring for my mom and taking care of her, and it just started to get incredibly toxic. And now being out of that environment, I'm realizing how much I really allowed myself to I put up with far too much. I didn't realize it I just didn't realize it in the time. And I mean, it literally took, anyway, so I very fortunate enough to take a leap of faith and leave, because I mean, I got into this really weird, like this loop, right? Because she kept doing the same thing. We just kept doing the same thing. And I was like stagnant. It was so weird energetically, because I literally feel like I could not move. Like I could not do anything for myself. It was the most bizarre thing. So I literally had to just remove myself completely. Like, cause I mean, and I was just kind of opening up to my own self and feeling a lot of things that it just wasn't feeling comfortable. So now here I am. I took a leap of faith. It's been almost a week and I'm just in a new environment. And I actually made a joke about it earlier. I was like, I'm a little bit out of my element. And then I was like, well, my element was really screwed up. So I guess that's a good thing.
You know, and sometimes we have to do that. That's best for us. Look at me.
Right.
You know, Florida boy, born and raised. Okay.
Right.
And at some point, even though it wasn't revolving around addiction, it was my spiritual health.
Right.
It was my well-being, my will, my drive.
Right.
And you just get to where, you know, hurricane season rolled around and I would go into a depression. Like, okay, I'm every day, I got to wait and see. Am I going to spend $5,000 to evacuate me and the family for nothing? You know, all that. And it, let me tell you something. Growing up in Florida for 62 years. Okay. Well, now we can say 61. 62 is 62nd year was up here. Okay.
Okay.
I've seen and been to Key West, got married in Key West with my wife, everything. I've seen all the beautiful sunsets y'all can tell me about. Seen more than most people in this room have seen combined. Okay. Right. Sunrises. Oh, my wife. I used to be a morning person. She turned out to be a morning person. God love her. And you know, then it's like we were a block and a half from the beach. Let's go see the sunrise. And I'm like, yeah. You get coffee first, or I'm going to drown somebody on the beach, you know, that type of thing. But these things we do. And, you know, you said something that's very important. Everything in life is cyclical. And if we don't break that cycle, nothing new can start. That's right. And you've heard it. You know, I've talked about it, everything else. But from an addiction standpoint, you know, what's the definition of insanity? Man. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Man. Yeah. And sometimes it's a small step, but it's the biggest step you'll ever make in your life. That's exactly it too. So, and it can be nerve-wracking, right? And I just kind of got to a place where I was like, all right, Cassidy, what's really going on here? Are you afraid to move on, or are you, well, who's really holding on here? Because the way you're being treated, you know, it's not, we got to go. So. And you know what? You bring up a good point. Let's take substance out of it. Okay. Okay. All right. I've heard me say repeatedly, I think one of the biggest diseases we face in this country, I think I said it on your show, is codependency. Oof. And it doesn't necessarily have to be on a substance. It can be on a person. That's right. And when we look at how many people stay in a volatile relationship because they don't want to be alone, they're afraid to break that cycle. Because what does that mean? It can be afraid, be fear driven, and rightfully so. You know, especially when children are involved and things like that. So the big thing here is to remember breaking your cycle, breaking free is not always easy. Nope. Okay. And people like me will make it sound easy, but I'm going to be the one to sit here and tell you, you know what, when you're ready to do this, you better put your big girl and your big boy panties on. Okay. And actually put your sword on and be ready to stand your ground. That's right. Because you're going to find out what it's like to be alone, because you're finding out, oh, this person doesn't really have my back. I thought they did, but they don't. And you've experienced some of that, haven't you? Oh yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem. I think sometimes I'm used to being alone. I really like being alone. Probably it might be a little bit of a problem. Right. But
because I was with I was with my mom. I was, you know what I mean? So I mean, I spent a lot of time alone, but then if I wasn't caring for her, I was alone. So no, I don't really, I'm okay. I mean, but I will say it was starting to get a little bit lonely there. So
Yeah.
but yeah, but no, she doesn't. And I think there was a part of me that thought I could like heal these wounds, right? And like have this beautiful relationship, right? And it looked like picture perfect and all these things, right? And yeah, you got to let go of expectation. I don't know. It's so crazy because for so many years I've known better. So what was I still doing, right? Duh.
Well,
I was scared of my own self, I think.
it goes back to yes, and that's very true. And there are times when I've been, I get into a fog, a mud hole or whatnot, and I'm like, ah. And
Right.
my wife looks at me and goes, "Wait a minute," and she'll, hey,
Yeah.
I'm like, "What?" She said,
Right.
"Now stop. What would you tell one of your clients, one of your patients? What would you do?" Because when it comes to healing others, that actually takes me to a happy place.
Right.
So it gives me something to do. It's when
Right.
I'm dealing with my own drama, my own
Right.
crap,
Yeah.
okay,
Right.
that we get into a harmful place. And you're a healer. You
Yes.
know that,
Yes.
right?
Yes. I know that.
Okay.
I'm stepping in. I'm stepping more and more into that. But yes, I'm
Yes.
a healer. Yes.
And when you own it, that too then gives you that feeling of responsibility of wait a minute, I can't be telling people one thing and then me living my life in another way. That's hypocritical. I
Mhm.
have to take note and step up and say, okay, what am I doing to clear this energy? So I'm going to do, someone's telling me I'm going to draw a card
I
for you.
think that's a great idea. I mean,
Okay.
let's do
Let's
it.
see
Why
what's
not?
going on. We'll bring it in. I'm going to use
What do
the
we got
psychic,
going on here, Rob?
the psychic tarot deck. Okay. And yes, everybody, I asked her, I didn't just put her on the spot. All
Nope,
right.
he was
So,
very
Tammy
polite.
Sprinkle, I love you. Good to see you. I was trying to click your name up so you knew I acknowledged you were here, but it is good to see you. Bangarang. Man, I love when the tribe starts coming
Aw,
together.
yeah.
Okay, here we go. So the psychic tarot deck, this deck's a little different. You'll
Okay.
love the artwork. I used it the other night. So people that were here, let's go here. Boom. All
Okay.
right. And I'll shuffle one more time. So I am going to say a prayer here real quick. All
Okay.
right. While I'm shuffling, and I'm going to say, our most gracious and loving Heavenly Father, divine mother, divine energy, that caring and loving spirit of God that is God, one and the same. Spirit, angels, guides, gather around us. There's a message here. Make sure when I'm reading the card, you open my eyes that I see the message that you want presented and not me coming through. Bless everybody. Wrap your arms around us. And let's make sure tonight your message is carried forth. In your name I pray. So mote it be. Wow. Banger.
So it is.
Okay. All right. I like doing that. It gets me.
Powerful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt that, man.
And it helps me remember what I'm doing here, that
Yeah.
it's not just me babbling. So, all right, here we go. Let's start. Your light card right out of the top. All right. Is, what do we got here? Material harvest. Okay. This would be the 9 of Pentacles, the 9 of Earth, things like this. This move for you is going to help you manifest and bring in these things, this new light. If you notice, our gentleman is sitting alone. He's saying, number one, start with gratitude. And there are times when you get into the position that you're in, we're like, man, I really got to search. I'm sitting in a room by myself, away from the people I know or whatnot. But
Right.
from this spot is where you're going to be able to manifest and bring things in. Here, let me slide this over here a little bit. Bring things in on a whole new level. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
9 is manifestation. We're going to go here and bring in. All right. So this is all in the tangible world. All right. What does that
Yeah.
say?
Patience
Patience and
and
planning.
planning.
All
Yeah.
right. So we have the 9 about manifesting, same color. This is again the earth. And 7s are always about making choices. So you're making the right choices. And I think this is important to remember. And I think you will help me preach this to the highest hell. Anybody trying to change, break their habits, whatever habit that may be, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to win overnight. Sometimes you got to try one thing and stop and look and see how that worked. Okay? Patience and planning. Know what you're doing. This would be the 7 of Pentacles in any other deck. And it's a guy standing surrounded by money and growing off of trees with a hoe, but he's not digging anything. What he's doing is he's stopping and he's looking. And what this is trying to say is have patience. There's a doorway. All right.
Okay.
And Chastity, for you, this is about planning your next move. You're able now to sit down and free your mind from some of that stuff.
That's right.
Take this time, okay, to gather your thoughts so you can plan your next move and know what's going on. Okay, I don't know what it's going to take to hit you in the head, okay? But this is about patience. This is spirit. Here we are, the waiting game. Your spirit needs to heal for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. And sometimes, folks, to heal, we have to step away from other people. We've got to step out of situations. And when people, whether they're waking up, I hate woke, I don't like it, but whether they're ascending, whatever they're doing, they're going to the next level. Sometimes you got to stop, take a breather, and come up with a plan. All right.
Wow.
And Chastity, what I'm seeing for you is patience.
Yeah.
I know this is hard for you, but this is the best thing you can do. And in answer to your question about being alone, we got a guy alone. We got nobody here. One guy looking through, if you were the guy looking at this card. And then I got one person over here.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
This is time for you to recharge. All right.
That's right.
There's nothing wrong with enjoying being alone. My wife is the introvert. Okay.
Yeah.
I am the extrovert. I will sit at home with her, do things. But for me to recharge, babe, I got to go shoot pool. I got to get out there. I got to get on here. I need the energy of other people to help me recharge and replan.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So this is telling you there's nothing wrong with you being alone right now. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't want to make yourself alone too much. Look here. Third eye chakra.
Okay.
Don't become an introvert to the point where you're
get weird.
Yeah.
That's how
when it's unhealthy. All right.
Yeah.
Third eye chakra. You know what your third eye chakra is?
I mean, I feel like I've been having some activity in that chakra, but yeah, your third eye. Yeah.
For people that don't understand it, the third eye chakra is this right up here in your head.
That's right.
It is so you can basically read between the lines.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the key thing: what a lot of people don't understand about the chakras, they all got to be in the line working together. If something's out of line, so you might want to pay attention to your third eye chakra.
Okay.
And do some meditations. Use a pendulum over your head. Get your third eye chakra. Grab you some amethyst, some lapis lazuli. Okay, hold it close and sit down and start getting that. And what happens with the third eye chakra, that's what allows you to read between the lines.
Yeah.
Your intuition and see things. Now,
right.
Here's the kicker. The crown chakra, which is right up here,
right,
is what lets you understand what you're seeing. Okay. So once you do this, get your clear quartz on, and start trying to bring them together, and then you'll be able to see and go. But what I'm really picking up here is your third eye chakra is really going to start kicking in. Okay. You need to trust it and learn from it. Oh, look, we're right back to prosperity.
Wow.
Okay? Begins.
Wow.
This is the first step of you getting to that next step.
Yes. I've heard this. This is the third or fourth time I've heard this. So, I mean, I know this. This is
and
beautiful.
You know what? A lot of people will see this. And what we're talking about here, prosperity begins.
Okay.
If you look, and folks, I'm not getting weird. This can actually look like a womb, somebody giving birth or whatnot.
Right.
That's where life flows from.
Right.
Okay. So let this life flow. New things are coming. New things are coming from you. And we have that deep down, that root chakra. And right above that, that sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is that I feel.
That's
So
right.
this is where new things are going to come from. Some new things are fixing to happen for you. And look at there.
Wow, that's so funny that you.
Now we got the solar plexus.
Wow, did you not just say? Sorry.
Yeah. And the solar plexus is between the sacral and the heart. Okay. So it's I am, I feel, I do.
Mm.
Okay. And isn't it funny? This is the third chakra and it's the creation number.
Wow.
All right. So there's a lot here that's going on. So you need to pay attention to your
Okay.
intuition,
Mm.
what you're feeling, your gut feelings, things like that. You did something that a lot of people would not do. And I want you to give yourself some credit on this. When you made this move,
Mm.
that was a scary move for you, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah.
But you
I
did
try,
it.
well,
Okay.
I try not to feed into the fear. No.
That's it. And that was your first step
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
got some new things coming, some great things happening.
What I did, what I did is literally just have to stay in because it is scary. I mean, it can be, right? I don't even like to say those freaking words because words have so much power, right? But it could be if you allowed it to. But if you are jumping and doing something that you know is meant to free your soul, I mean, the universe will really take care of you. You really just have to have faith and I couldn't get like too far ahead of myself, right? Because I've got some things, some obstacles that I've got to kind of overcome. And, like people in my family would be like, well, what if this? I'm like, la, 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 la. I can't even what if this or what if that right now. Bah, I can't. Right now, the first thing I had to do is get the hell out of here. And then we'll go from there. So.
And that's your thing. And if anybody would take that advice, that step, you know what? Make one step. We'll deal with the rest of it later. Okay.
It was killing me. Yeah.
But so many people get stuck. And a lot of these people are going, but what if? What about this? What about that? They have decisions they need to make in their own life. And they're trying to validate their own fear of not making a decision. So when you make a decision to do something and people don't understand it, you have to remember sometimes you've kind of slapped them in the face of this is what courage looks like. This is moving forward.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I had to almost kind of cut because I could feel, even if they didn't say anything, I could feel what their were. So I kind of was even guarded with my energy in doing all this, right? Because people want to get so like, what's your next, and I'm like, just let me just make this first move. So yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dr. TM, much love. I am. You are. I am. I am. You are. I am love. I am all that is. I exist. Today is Mother Mary Holy Day celebration in Tigray, Aksum, Ethiopia. Well, if that's where you are or where you are from, Dr. T, observe and may the blessings of Mary, the mother, and the blessings of the universe, God, the mother, come to you and bless you. Wow, Bangarang, glad you're here. All right, what do we got? Hey, people just saying hello. So that's good. You know how the tribe is. Everybody's gonna talk, say what's up. So anybody, if you've got a question for Cassidy, okay, feel free to ask it. All right. If you've got a question for me, in Maryland, okay, there we go. So see, we're going around. Cassidy's Texas. I'm in New Hampshire. I got people from Florida in here. We are, I'm going to date myself here. Other more mature people spanning the globe. Used to be ABC Sports, spanning the globe to bring you all the competition, whatever it was. But here we are. So that's important. So while we're waiting,
sure.
What is something that you think when you were dealing with that stress, the holidays or whatnot? We talked here about finding strength in spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a special ritual, something you did or something you do? I know one that comes to mind, but I don't know how many people follow you on Facebook. Okay. If you want, please do. She'll lift your spirit. Okay.
Oh, thanks.
It is one of those things. Do you have something that you recommend for somebody that's trying, they're just hanging in there?
Like for the holidays?
Yeah, for the holidays or any given time when they find they're having problems, you know, they don't want to go outside. They don't want to open the door. When the world seems to be coming in, okay? How do you break that? Is there something you did?
Go outside. You gotta
Go outside.
You got to get your, I don't know if that's what you're referring to. Like, you mean like during the holidays? Yeah, just get yourself outside. That's always, you get yourself outside and you get in the sun. That's always going to make you feel better no matter what. Or you get yourself in nature or go for a walk, just detaching from any of the nonsense with the phone, any of the nonsense with the TV, just any of all the nonsense. You know, if you just detach from that, I mean, that's healing in itself. And it doesn't have to necessarily be meditation, right? I mean, just detach from all the chaos and BS. So that's
exactly. And you know what? I find that absolutely hilarious. That's one of the biggest things I tell people that are starting to stay stuck inside is it becomes very easy in a depression, whether you're having addiction or not. And sometimes we become addicted to depression because we've stayed in that mode so long. It's easier to lie back on the sofa and sulk about my problems, because doing something about it means I got to get up off my ass and go do something.
Right. Okay. Moving your body will always make you feel better. Definitely. I think I encourage everybody to go out and like have a walk. You know what I mean? So yeah, for sure. Move your body.
Yeah. That's one of the first things I tell people. Even if you don't want to go outside at first, stand up, clap, shake your hands, do your outward. You know, I'll see if I can't get over here. Just wiggle your arms like this, you know, do both of them. But stand up, stomp your feet, and you will find out as you do this,
okay,
there's going to be a part of your body, folks, that doesn't want to sit back down.
Yeah.
A body in motion does want to stay in motion, okay? A body not in motion doesn't want to get into motion, all right? But one of the things to understand is not getting into motion. We are, okay, I talked about this the other night. I'm going to talk about this, or I talked about it with Rex Bear on the Leak Project. I'm going to bring this up here.
Okay.
And some of my witches and stuff, it might piss them off, but well, you know, you get mad, get glad. It's one of those things, you know, where
we can't take things, we got to not take things personal. If people get mad. That's okay, Rob.
All I'm going to do here is, you know, the next 25 days are going to be so rough because Mercury's in retrograde.
Is that what it is? Is that what's
that's what people say?
Right.
And yeah, Mercury is in retrograde.
Okay.
25th. But you know what? Mercury has done retrograde 5 times a year or something like that.
Right.
Since the existence of the planet.
Right.
So 5 times a year, Mercury didn't destroy or screw up Earth. It just didn't happen. Okay.
Right.
Now, what most people don't realize is they're like, oh, Mercury's moving backwards. No, it's not. Okay. Let's understand what Mercury in retrograde means. Okay. Mercury is at its such a farthest point in its orbit that most people can't go out and pick out Mercury, but they want to blame it for their problems. Okay. Right? Right? How many people have you said, oh, Mercury's in retrograde? Oh, good. Show me where it's at.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
yeah.
You know, but all it is an optical illusion. It has gotten to its farthest point in orbit to the point where it appears to be moving backwards. And for years before a telescope, they thought Mercury was moving backwards for a while. And then it would kick forward and go forward again. Okay. So it was that energy. It's just drawing it. No, it's an optical illusion. Just like those 3D things were. I'm probably going to outdate you here now. Those pictures that look like all the little triangles and you had to like blur your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that's Mercury in retrograde. Absolutely nothing is happening. Okay. But it's an optical illusion.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, we have all started down the path, and I even started to do this for a while. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Stop blaming outside forces for decisions that are within our own control.
That's
And
right.
these are things, happiness is yours. People will say, oh, the universe wants you to be happy. I'm going to break another myth for you. The universe doesn't give three craps if you're happy or not. All right. The universe is and always will be. That's the God spirit. God is. Here's what universe has done. It has given you every tool you need,
Yeah.
okay, to
Yeah.
make yourself happy, to make your universe, to manifest, to bring things in, okay? It says, I've given it to you. Now, if you're going to use them, use them. If you're not, don't come crying to me.
Right.
You know, God, universe, angels come around. They're here to protect us.
That's
We
right.
get guides to help whisper in our ear and guide us. But if we don't ever get up in the morning and go, hey guys, how's it going? If you don't want to take time to practice listening
Yeah.
to the God of your understanding, to the universe, to these
Yep.
things, stop blaming them for our problems.
And if you interact with them more and more and call on them more and more and strengthen up that connection with them more and more, they will be there for you more, and you will start noticing a big difference. And they'll come through with numbers, they'll come through in amazing ways. Like you just have to know how to listen. So yeah.
Exactly. And some of that's learning to be still.
You got to be still.
You got to be still. And then it's learning to
Put that
trust.
phone down.
Yeah, you know, you're not going to hear a voice from your guide coming from over here. You're going to hear it in your head, in your ear. And you've gotten to such a place where you don't trust yourself, or our mind is so busy.
Right.
We can't determine what was a message and what was,
an
just
archon. An archon. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know about you, Rob, but how are you doing over there? Because the spiritual warfare for me, I will say I've noticed has ramped up, especially since I've moved. Because it was, I don't know, it just was, it was what it was over there, but it just it's ramped up. I don't know if you are feeling that or
keep this in mind. Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're moving forward, I challenge everybody to get up every day.
Yeah.
Say a prayer. Yeah. Wrap that white light of energy of God, of angels, of presence.
Right.
And ask for protection. Tell your angels, because if you're not getting it, and people are like, there's no attacking going on or whatnot. Why they don't need to attack somebody that ain't doing nothing.
You just have to have your head on a swivel.
Exactly. But if you're making progress, or they see like you, wait a minute, I've got a potential healer here.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
Laura Van Time and I talking, we'll be on Wednesday talking about how negative energy, negative entities like to feed on our soul, on our energy, if they keep it lower frequency.
And that is exactly what I was just referring to. They're coming in with because I'm like, this fear doesn't belong to me. They're coming in with the fear. I mean, and I completely know immediately. They're just trying to get loose from me. Like I know it immediately. Like, and I mean, because I catch myself, like I stop it, you know what I mean? But anyways, it's just kind of ramping up.
Yeah. And that's it. So here's what you got to do is you have to ramp up.
Okay, let's go.
And you have to talk about, and when you get up in the morning, during the day or whatnot, speak through your higher conscience, to your guides, to your angels, to whatever, directly to God. Okay, I know something's around me. I need that to go away, and I need to go away now. Okay?
Yeah.
Tell your angels what you want. Something's trying to attach itself to me. I need y'all to take care of it right now, because they're not going to just intercede on your behalf.
Yeah, I did that the other night. Actually, I did have something occur like that, and I was feeling I was like suffocating. I was having and so and I'd stand up and I'd walk it off, and I'd lay back down, and then it would happen again. So then after a few times of that, and I should have just called in on him the first time, but I called in, and then boom, literally I was better. It didn't happen again.
And you know what?
Yeah.
one of the things you do.
You can feel them too, you know.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
can,
But one of the
especially if
things
you
you
go,
do.
especially if you go now, and I learned that from Laura. If you go now, you can kind of feel it. Yeah.
Demand it.
Yep.
Yeah. Demand it.
Yep.
But what you do with something that not only helps you, but it
Mhm.
helps other people
What's that?
when you dance.
Okay.
You know, you really do. And I don't think you understand.
Yeah.
It helps your spirit,
Yeah.
but it helps other people's spirit.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know what I need? I need more guys. Okay. And yes, if you're a guy in my audience, listen to me. I
Okay.
need more guys to be like Cassidy. Now,
Oh,
I'm not
yeah.
talking about go buy her clothes. I'm talking about be like Cassidy, because I try to give tools to guys acting the fool, like, and you
Right.
dance, and you
Dancing.
don't care who looks and sees what. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
You know what? Their opinion doesn't matter. You know,
Yeah.
I need this. And
Yeah.
in that moment, once you start the body in motion, but you're doing it. Sometimes I know you're like, I don't feel like this. I don't want to do this. So I am going to get up and dance.
You're right.
And guess what?
Yep.
It helps.
It
And
does.
folks, that movement is massive to get up. Y'all have heard me talk about, go into the bathroom mirror and look and go, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. You're going to start laughing, but you'll feel that energy. If y'all would just sit right in front of the monitor right now, I'm not asking you to come on, but just do it and bounce and be stupid. Guess what? You will feel such a vibration, such an energy through your body. It will help you affect your own healing.
That is it. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that. And I appreciate that compliment, because I didn't realize that I used like music and dancing, and I did it all the time as a kid. And now I'm like, oh, wow, I was soothing myself. That's how I was soothing myself, was through music and through dance. But I was really using it because I noticed if I'm in a dump ass mood, like, I just do that. I'll just I'll even here in the new place I'm at, like I had my headphones on dancing in the mirror, just because, you're in a new house, like you want to be weird dancing, you know what I mean? So, but I would dance, and literally immediately it lifts my energy. I mean, immediately lifts my energy. And when I noticed that it does that for me, and then I started hearing people telling me like, when I see you, like the people really, they were telling me it was having an impact on them. So I was like, all right, then. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, Rob. Yep. So yeah. So I apologize.
Yeah, because it is just sing a song. It's one of those things. What was that? Mike and the Mechanic, sing out loud. Sing it strong. Because at some point, that energy, the universe is there, and that is going to bring in that same vibrational frequency.
That's right.
And man, your world will change right in front of you when you do that. And I need more people and more guys not to be afraid to make an ass out of themselves. And I'm too macho.
Let's go, guys. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Lighten up. Lighten up. Hey, Dr. TM, let's do this. I pulled 3 cards here for you. Let's take a quick look on this.
Ooh.
The first card is the 8 of Spirit, which is accelerated motion. So we have a star, okay? And this is about movement. So things are moving, things are happening around you, and you need to understand you are going to have to be on the lookout, and some things are going to be in movement, and you are going to need to be in movement, because a transformation is coming, or it needs to be. There's something you need to let go of that you have tied yourself to, and you need to let that go and cut yourself free from it. And then you're going to have a manifestation that you will actually see and bring here into the real world. Wow. Okay. Awesome. All right. Let's get back over here. Before I get too far behind. Donna, I love taking my walks in the woods every day. I'd rather be outside than in the house.
That's right.
You know what? Once you find that as your place, it's like it's like needing to be there, and it is. It's part of your healing spot. Okay. What do we got here? Illusory operating system is ego, mind, identity, which creates EMI. A block alignment to I am presence. Only love is real. Nothing exists outside of I am. So, yes. So stop making excuses. Basically what that's saying. It's you. It's all on you. Your happiness is you. BC, glad to see you.
That's
Tori in the house. What's happening, my Tori? Glad to see you. This is one of my New Zealand girls right here.
Ooh,
Thank you.
what's
Tori.
up,
Glad
Tori?
you are here. All right. I think when you're doing something good, that's when you're going to get attacked.
Yeah.
Donna,
Yeah.
you know, we have to put the protection around you every day. We
Right.
absolutely do. That is so absolutely, it's, you know,
So
you want to get up and do, you know, nobody cares about, well, if you and I are in a fight, okay, but
yeah.
I know you're at home sulking and laying on the couch,
Right.
I'm going to go attack at that
Right.
point. Not you, but anything I want to get done, because you are now moot. You're irrelevant. Okay.
Right.
When you're up and you're doing something, and if you're my enemy or my oppositional force, okay, for lack of a better term, now I have to pay attention to you. Okay. And that is what we're talking about. I think Donna very well put. I love it.
How often
BC,
would you say to bubble up? Right. So
every day?
I usually, and no, I know, but in the morning during meditation is when I bubble up. But I mean, would you say that you should probably bubble up again? Or do you just,
I bet I bubble up 4 times a day.
that's what I'm asking. So when you go in somewhere,
bubble up as you need it. When you start to feel attacked, you stop what you're doing.
Okay.
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 If you're saying a prayer to God or the
Right.
angels or whatnot in the universe,
Okay.
just stop. Feel that light, white energy, okay, coming from the heavens. Then that Reiki type matching white light energy coming up from the earth, coming up through your feet, if you're sitting, through your butt, radiating in through that root chakra, okay?
I love that.
Coming up, and let them both meet in the heart. And then you will see, I'll show you how to do this, okay?
I love this. Okay.
If you start really seeing this and going into that place and letting that energy flow as you, wow, I'm getting it now. Okay.
Yeah.
As you start to move your hands, you will form an energy ball, and you will feel that ball of energy right in your hands. You will feel it. You will have no doubt it's there. And at that point, you can say, protection is around me. Nothing but light is allowed to touch me. Anything else must go. And clap your hands and picture that light flowing all over you. You've rebubbled up.
I really appreciate that. I literally was in there with you. I felt very protected. Yeah, thank you. Heck yeah.
Good.
Thank you for that. Yeah.
One of the things I've started
appreciate
doing when I do some readings is I will bring people into
like
a
that.
white room, you know,
Okay.
in our minds, and we will pass energy back and forth within that white room. When I'm only connecting to this energy is when I've actually connected with other beings, other spirits, things like this.
Right.
But I've already told my angels, when I build this room, nothing comes in there that's not of the light. All
Okay.
right. It's just not permitted.
Okay.
And, you know, but there's no problem just saying that.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Just
Wow.
say it.
That's
Nothing here
powerful,
but
Rob.
the light. I rebuke anything that's not of the light. Angels, take care, take charge, but then clap your hand and feel that energy. So if you're in that ball with me, did you feel that energy moving around as I was moving my hands?
Yeah, that because I started doing it, because then I started doing it and I kind of started rocking. I don't know. I just started rocking. But yeah, I like that kind of help. That helps a lot, that with the cupping of the hands, the energy.
Absolutely. And just, you know, sometimes when you need to be reminded, our energetic source, so people can see, I'll get my microphone out of the way. All right. I'm never actually touching my hands. I just move my hands and I start feeling, and I draw that energy up and from below.
Yeah.
And this is the source of Reiki healing. Okay. That's the healing power. Reiki, a lot of people don't understand, Reiki was started when somebody believed, they were studying how Christ could heal, and they found out it was energy healing. He was healing through his energy. And then if you actually, when he was tired and had stopped healing for a while I was getting tired. His energy was getting drained. Okay. But a woman needed his healing so much she crawled on the ground and grabbed his robe. And Christ said at that moment, someone has touched me. I felt it run. I felt spirit run out of me.
Yeah.
And she was healed, you know? So this is some of the basis of where this is to understand that we are energy. You know, I don't want to get into a long philosophical debate about it, but we are energy. That is what we are.
We are energy. Yep.
Look here. There's somebody else telling you, I love her video.
I know. Donna has been supporting me thank you, Donna. I love you so much. Yes. I'm gonna start posting again soon. I just needed to kind of adapt a tad. So yeah.
All got to take a break.
It'll be dancing, I promise, because I have done a little in here. So yeah.
All right, good. Dr. TM, excellent. Both of you, high frequency, ascended master in embodiment. Love you eternally. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Just doing what we do, trying to bring some peace. So the Bangarang tribe, I want people to find their magic so they can grow their wings and fly. That's
I love that.
all I want.
Yeah.
All I want. Everybody saying hi. You know, look there, Dr. TM. She is magnetic radiant.
Thank you.
There you go. There you go. So, is there anything else you would like to cover? Does anybody have another question, or is there anything else you wanted that you felt was important for people to know this, you know, right now? I don't care what it's about.
Just, you know what? This whole world needs more love. I mean, this whole experience has taught me how just people need to be loved. That's it. People just need to be loved and supported, because that, I don't know. I just feel like we just need to have a little bit more love and compassion for others. And if this person's toxic, you can love them from a distance. You know what I mean? We need to heal a little bit as a collective. Yeah, we do. We do.
We do. And one of the things I want people to realize, that means patience, forgiveness, compassion. There are a lot of people out there right now completely wigging out. I don't care which side of what you're on.
Yeah.
But just because somebody disagrees with you, or even if they get a little nutso, okay, we're allowed to protect ourselves and stand our ground. Okay.
Yeah.
But what I want people to start to do is, before you get a little too protective or get more, just rather than being defensive, start going on the offense, take your time, build that energy, and realize this person may be put in your path by dark forces to suck your energy out.
Damn it.
And you are better served to go, you know what? I love you. All right. And we're just not going to agree. What else? Want a banana split? And really, we need that understanding. And I tried to tell people that in a different frame of it. I had to learn it. It was hard, man. Remember, I was 14 years as a police officer, and I grew up as a Baptist preacher's kid. And if somebody wanted to fight, I was there. I loved it because I had so much childhood anger in me.
Me too.
Anger.
Yeah.
Man, oh yeah, this is great. Okay.
Yeah, fighting, right.
But one of the things you have to remember before you snap that waiter's head off, before you bite that cashier's head off or somebody else,
okay,
you don't know what they went through when they got up today.
That's right.
And we have not all gotten up with things going the greatest, and we might have been or going to be where they are.
Yeah.
And how much patience would you want somebody to show you?
That's right. More compassion. More compassion, more love. That's right.
I will back off if we're having an issue. My wife goes, I've got it. She taps me. All right. And I step back. It's like watching an old tag team wrestling match. She steps in, bedazzles them with her love. And if they don't, okay, she gives them a warning shot. Hey, yeah, we're trying. You notice my husband backed away. Yeah. We're either going to get this resolved my way, or I don't know what he's going to do. Okay. He doesn't embarrass, it's one of those things. So and a lot of times just that it's understanding, but I've learned, and it will help you with your energy, everybody. If you will learn, is it worth the negative energy if I'm going to put myself in that spot?
That's right.
Is it worth it?
No, it's not.
And it's really not.
It's not. It's making me emotional talking about it, really.
I hope things good for you. And then
With
whenever we
that?
do that, we tip extra.
Oh, yeah.
Because again, I don't know why they're that way, and I'm just hoping something they can find.
Yeah.
She always brings a light into any room.
Oh,
Absolutely. There you go. So you got to realize, Chastity, you're doing more with your little happy videos than a lot of people are doing with all their deep, dark talking.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just need to see somebody being happy. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I guarantee you they would much rather watch you dance in your little shorts and your shirt than me. Okay. It's just, me and my boxers dancing, it ain't
True, though. You never know. Come on. You say the guys need to be dancing.
Oh, yeah, I do. My wife's like going, no, Chastity, shut up.
Okay.
He'll do it. So it is. Yes, we need more love, and that's it.
Yeah.
Love, man.
Yeah.
Love. It's huge. And you know what? We're not going to fix everything on this planet. Okay. To think that the whole world is going to one day group hug. Okay. That's a great dream, but that's a dream. Because again, just like in the yin and yang, for every positive,
I know,
there's an equal and opposite reaction. So it's just not going to happen. And there are some people, I don't care if you hang them with a new rope, okay? They're going to complain about it. All right. They're just not going to be happy. Some people don't want to be happy.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah.
That's on them.
It's so embedded in some people. Yeah. Yep. That's how it was with my mom.
Yeah. And trust me, we had to tourmaline the house because of my dad. All right.
Oh, did you?
Oh, we put tourmaline. My wife put tourmaline around all the doors, the windows, and everything. Because especially as he started getting delusional, he would come across the way. We lived right next door.
Okay.
And I'm an only child, and I was the focus of everything bad in his life. It was bad. And once she started doing that, we would see him literally come up to the door, okay, and get confused and turn around and go home. The black tourmaline helps repel and absorb negative energy. Okay. So if you've got somebody like that in your life, you can take that, like if you're in a roommate situation, I don't know what situation you're in now, but like on each side of your
good
door.
Energy. It's funny you ask, right? That's the person, that's my roommate. And right there saying, we love you, Chastity. Oh, that's a beautiful synchronicity. Okay, sorry, but go ahead.
Yeah, no,
that's tourmaline.
Yeah, you can take tourmaline, put it outside of the entrances to your room. I've seen Miss Bridget, when she was going into the office, she would actually grid off her office and watch people approach her desk and be like, and turn around and walk away. Black tourmaline is a wonderful thing for repelling negative energy. Put it out and around, and those things will help. Nice. You. All right. So is there something you want to say before we call this a night?
That was it. Just to have more love. People need to just be loved. That's all. This love.
That's it. That's it.
Love and compassion,
It's massive, and it will change the way you see the world, and it will change your frequency, and it will change what that energy that the universe has put things out there. You'll find out you'll attract more.
That's right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So everybody, Miss Chastity, thank you very much. I appreciate you being here. Yes. Okay. Everybody, as you know, check out the links down below, books, Legal Shield, all kinds of stuff down in there. But the things about manifesting journals, different things from my wife and I are all down in the link tree down below. Chastity, did you have a place for people to come, or did you want to give any contact information out, or just Facebook?
Just, I'm on Facebook. I'm on all the platforms, just Cassidy Munoz and Unveiling Addiction. If you know anybody struggling in addiction, send them to the Unveiling Addiction Facebook page. Or if they're fighting or battling and, this opioid battle, there are a lot more people fighting it in the dark that don't want to come forward and talk about it. So yeah, Unveiling Addiction Facebook page, I would definitely look there. So
awesome. Well,
thank you for having me. I appreciated this. I needed this. So I really
good.
appreciate it.
Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, I felt like you needed to know how much you actually help people and you don't know it. Okay.
Oh,
because we get so used to those little thumbs up clicks and a lovey click or whatnot.
right.
I don't click it if I don't like it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I wanted you to know, yes, even those little goofy videos that you feel are goofy, but that's the world. That's happiness. That's how you seize it.
Awesome.
Do your own thing.
Thank you. That's why I do it. So, yep.
All right.
Great.
So everybody, take what you want, leave what you don't, but leave having experienced some peace, love, and light. You need anything going through the holidays, reach me down below. Be glad to help out. With all that being said, bangarang.
Bangarang.